He doesn't need to be on G7, right? I mean, obviously, I would still help him and I would create more opportunities for him, but he's pretty solid. He's already had the big stage, right? So he doesn't need Fousey or Happy Punch right now, but Fousey needs him. So that puts Fousey in a horrible situation right now where Fousey would pay up to $100,000 sign-on bonus. Dean, get your goddamn money. Don't get played twice. Fousey fucked up one opportunity. Don't get fucked again.
Keem, I think the best thing Dean should have done is put out a tweet and put the rumors to bed.
Bro, that's what I asked him to do, and he didn't do it. I literally said, "Look, man, I got to have confidence. So can you just put out a tweet that you're not joining a G7 and that you're Happy Punch for life or something like that?" And he wanted to do it because I think Dean wanted to, play both sides and like flirt with both sides. Ooh, I might join G7 for the clout, for the attention, whatever it is. And I was trying to explain to him like, I need confidence in you. And, maybe Dean was thinking in his head, there ain't no way Keem's dropping me. I'm the champ. There ain't no way. But, I mean, obviously, Dean doesn't know me that well then.
Yeah,
How
friendly
does he
machine.
not? How does he not understand like the implications of going with G7 versus like Happy Punch? Like, yeah, you get a big signing bonus, but Happy Punch is an obviously like a reputable company that you've built, and like you said, you've bent over backwards to help these guys. And like, sure, he might get some bag by signing with G7, but like, I'm assuming he's never gonna be able to come back to Happy Punch. So like, was that conversation had with him to tell him like basically ask like what the hell are you thinking, like why are you not thinking long term about this, because it looks good right
I
now but
mean,
like
Dean told me privately that that he's not joining G7, that he's Happy Punch and all this other stuff. But then publicly, his actions and what he's saying is completely different. And so I just, I was like, can you put out a tweet? Can you put out a statement? And he's like, nah, nah, nah. And then in the middle of me finally talking to Dean after 48 hours of this whole thing going down, Dean called Fousey, mad at Fousey. It was like, why are you telling people I'm signing? It's not official yet. Well, if it's not official yet, it sounds like you're shopping the Dean the Great brand to Mr. G7. And that alone, like, bro, what? Like, I want people on the team that like fucking love the team and that would like never leave, never even think about leaving because I'm doing all this shit for my fighters, creating fights, creating opportunities. I'm sitting there on the phone with Mams saying, no, this guy deserves more. This guy has a real fam. I'm fucking doing all that shit, and I don't even get a cut of the goddamn money. I'm just backing my guys to back my guys. So what I expect in return is for my fighters to back Happy Punch. Does that make any sense? Somebody on the team or somebody on the space last night said, Keem just wants a team of dick suckers. What? No, it's not about that. I don't need someone fucking worshiping me and shit. I don't care about that. The shit's cringe. It's not what I want. I just want someone to be loyal to Happy Punch and be loyal to the fucking team. And Dean wasn't showing that.
Hello, Keem. I have a question. Yesterday, you did say on the space that this is like a Wade and Misfit situation. But if Dean goes on to the stream today and he says, I'm not joining G7 and I still want to be part of Happy Punch, would you let him back in? Or is that officially no?
I mean, and that in that exact scenario, things would be a little bit different. But I don't know. I think if Wade were to like have some public apology to Misfits and actually went back and looked at where he was wrong and acknowledged his faults, um, I think Misfits would work with him again. Um, so like, no, the
Yeah,
day we're fucking human, right? Like this shit fucking sucks. It's like a fucking knife in the back, bro. It's like at some point you got to just be like, no, nope, bye. Like
it's not even dick sucking, it's just like being a part of a team, representing your team, being loyal to the team that signed you and that's helped
I've
you
said
out.
it a million times before any of this happened. I've said it so many times. I go, I'd rather have a team of all Fox the G's because that kid's like loyal. That kid fucking loves the fact that he's in Happy Punch. That kid, you know what I mean? I would. I really would. I don't need championships in order to get views on Twitter and followers. I don't need to have the best fighters in the world. I just don't. It's awesome that we have the best fighters. It's awesome that a bunch of our guys are fucking getting these major wins. But it's not necessary. It's kind of like Anthony Taylor, who I see in here right now. Anthony Taylor doesn't need to win every fight. He doesn't. He doesn't. He's still Anthony Taylor. He's still entertaining. He's still going to be a draw, right? He doesn't have to win. And that's the kind of way I look at my team. When I'm signing someone, I'm not looking for someone that's like the best of the best and like, you know what I mean? That's not the whole thing. I'm looking for someone that I know is going to be fucking entertaining, that I know that's going to be engaging, with the audience and be active. I dropped JMX, and the reason for that is he just wasn't active in the chat. It's like, and I have nothing against JMX at all. I love watching his fights. He could have still been in here, but he's just not active online. Like, I'm not looking for the best of the best. It's such a bonus when you get such a skilled fighter that can come in and be undefeated and all that. It's a bonus, but it's not the main thing that I'm looking for.
I honestly, when I see this, I honestly blame Fousey, because ever since he started talking about G7, even in the space, Anthony Taylor can talk about it. He joined the space. The first thing he says is, Deen and AT, block my number if you guys are not going to join this. So he's kind of pressuring. He was pressuring Deen. So I feel bad for Deen for honestly trying to be friends with Fousey when Fousey's just using him to play tug of war with you, Keem.
Oh yeah, Fousey uses everyone around him. And if for some reason Deen doesn't join G7, watch how fast Fousey turns on Deen. He'll be like, yeah, Deen's a piece of shit. Like, dude, watch how fast that happens, dude.
100%. I can see
Fousey
that
doesn't
happen.
get his way, he blames everyone else around him.
100%. I can see on the phone call him after Deen finished talking, or he's gonna interrupt Deen the second he says, "I'm not joining." He's gonna interrupt and start yelling at him, and he's like, "Why are you gonna do this to me?"
Dude, there's a wild clip. There's a wild clip on Twitter right now. I responded to it, so if someone wants to pin it. But y'all should see this shit, right? Fucking Fousey's in his car, and he goes something along the lines of this. He goes, dude, G7 is going to run without me. We have lawyers. We have accountants. We have a board of trustees. So this thing's going to run whether or not I'm doing anything or not. Keem has nothing. Keem is all by himself, right? Keem Keem has Overflow working like a dog, and he doesn't even pay him because Overflow wants attention, right? He's saying all this shit. Okay, let me address this for a second, all right? And then he said, I don't know if I brought this up, but he also said in the clip that that's why Happy Punch hasn't done anything. All right, first of all, Happy Punch has grown like 100x, 200x, 1,000x. I don't even know. We're on fucking fire. What is he talking about? Happy Punch hasn't done anything. Second of all, of course I have lawyers. Of course I have accountants. What the fuck is he talking about? And then as far as the board of trustees, what the fuck? Does anyone know what a board of trustees is? A board of trustees is for like a fucking corporation or whatever, where you have a whole entire board that has votes on decisions and stuff like that. What the fuck would I need that for? For a fucking influencer boxing? Like, none of this shit makes sense what he just said. And as far as like Overflow's working his ass off and getting paid nothing. Well, it is true that like during the events, Overflow's like running around doing a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know, he got name tags made for like a press conference and shit. He's running like a support role when things get real busy. But as far as him getting paid fucking no money, yes, there's opportunities between me and Overflow. Right now, he's like building the whole merch thing, and he is getting paid for that. So that's none of this stuff is like fucking true or makes sense. It's just a delusional man living in a fucking alternative reality, fucking spinning bullshit to manipulate a fucking young kid who's supposed to be his friend, Deen the Great.
Nah, that's cap. Without Happy Punch, he would have never got the fight against Face Temper, and he made money off that. Happy Punch has honestly a record with them. Like Misfits trusts his Happy Punch, so whatever Happy Punch brings, they'll listen to the fighters and give them an opportunity. Like the prelims with Korn and Umbear, or Wings versus I forgot the other guy's name. Happy Punch has a name, so I don't think G7 does.
Dude, if I sign anybody to my team, all right, they get a fight on Misfits. Like it just that's how it goes.
Exactly my
Like
point.
you know, if Fousey signs anyone, does that mean they get a fight on Misfits? Not necessarily. Like he doesn't have that relationship with Misfits like I do.
I think all this problem just starting. It's just I feel like there's Dean has too much of fans that actually love him, so I feel like that's why it's a conflict. But when you look at it a business perspective, I can see why you did that.
Yeah, and it sucks. It's not fucking fun. It's not fun at all. I don't like this.
Do you see G7 even becoming a real thing?
I hope it does. I hope it does. I would hate for it to just never exist and then I don't get to defeat something. I want it to exist and stand, like, have some type of legs. So when it goes down and it all falls apart, everyone will truly understand the nature of Keemstar and Fousey launching, Happy Punch, and then Fousey just not doing anything. So I hope it exists for a short period of time. So when it ends, Keemstar cannot get blamed for anything, right? It would be on Fousey. I mean, actually, it would not be on Fousey. It'd be on the lawyers, the accountants, and the board of trustees of G6. It would be their fault.
Keemstar, I don't know
So
if you've seen this. It was like, do you know Nikkei 30, the streamer? There was a
yes.
meme with you think I'm the king, you think you're the king, I'm the king. I feel like that this is the situation. G7 thinking they're the king. Well, then you and the Happy Punch should come and just throw them out. I'm the king.
Now we wouldn't throw them out. It would be on them.
Yeah, that's
If
you
it
guys are gonna
if
be
it
better.
falls apart, it wouldn't really be anything that we're doing as much as it would be them just not being able to find success.
Yo, Keem.
Yes.
Yo, it's my birthday today. Can I get a happy birthday from you? Like, I'm really like a huge fan type shit.
Happy birthday, little bro.
Nah, little bro is crazy.
Thanks, big bro.
Anthony Taylor, what's your perspective in this issue?
To be honest, I don't have a point on it because I don't really fully understand the situation. So I really can't speak on something that I don't know. I don't know the history between Keem and Fousey and Deen. When I signed a Happy Punch, I came in when Fousey wasn't with Happy Punch, and it was Keem who approached me about, hey, so as far as that, I'm staying out of it because I don't know, and I don't want to talk like I know shit and give the wrong energy. You know what I'm saying? But I did tell Deen, hey man, you gotta be careful with your words, what you say when you text back. I, Dean is like my little brother. I'm gonna support him if he's not with Happy Punch, or if he goes to like most valuable promotion, or if he goes, I'm gonna support him because he's my boy. You know, um, hopefully one day, you know, Keem is open to the idea of bringing back Dean. If not, that's the decision. But at the end of the day, I'm a Happy Punch fighter. I'm never going to sign the G7. I like Happy Punch. Without Happy Punch, I wouldn't be where I'm at in my career. So I'm loyal to the soil, to Keem and Happy Punch.
Somebody asked me last night in a space, well, are you going to ban fucking Happy Punch fighters from being friends with Dean? I'm like, no. What the fuck? Like, no. I go, if Dean calls me and says, Keem, what should I do in this scenario? I'm going to give him advice. I fucking like Dean the Great. Like, you know what I mean? I got a soft spot for him, just like AT or anyone else on this team. You know, when he fights Shark, you think I'm going to be over there being like, "Let's go, Shark, knock out"? No, I'm not going to fucking do that. I hope Deen wins, dude. It's not about any of that nonsense of like revenge and being spiteful or any of that stuff. It's just, dude, if you're a happy punch fighter, right? It's a verbal contract. It's a handshake. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna create opportunities for you. In return, you rep the brand. And Deen has failed in the last 48 hours with repping the brand after the brand has done so much for him. So we parted ways. It's that simple.
So you said yesterday in the space that there's already another fighter that is going to sign with Happy Punch. When would that be announced?
Possibly today.
Today it's me.
Any clues? Any hints? Or no?
Might be in the same weight class.
Pulley?
Nah, bro. What are you talking about, Pulley? No.
Nah, because I know Pulley is going to fight in Misfits 09, so I was like, all right.
Nah, I would not be signing any of these guys that you've seen before. It would be someone completely new.
Hey, Keem. You probably don't want to answer. I don't know, actually, to be fair. I was going to ask the question anyway. Have you been keeping up with did you watch the Most Wanted face-off with the Samurai T and everything?
I have not. I don't even know what you just said.
Oh, okay. Paul Bamba and everything, Unbear was hosting it. It was Most Wanted versus Samurai T.
Yeah, I don't... Did they fight or something?
They had a little scuffle at the end.
Okay. Sounds like you're trying to promo them. I don't care.